Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Imani and I love all things planner and self-care related. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss new content. In today's video, I'm so excited for it, hence the smile on my face. We are going to walk through a new stationery system to me. So I've shared a couple videos ago that I did start junk journaling, and this is actually not that. This is a new to me planning system or journaling system rather, and it's near and dear to my heart already. I can't wait to jump in and just walk through the different sections I have already. I'm super excited. I have my iced coffee here and ready with me. So grab your planner, grab your favorite beverage, grab a pen pouch, some accessories, and come plan with me. This notebook is near and dear to my heart. I picked this notebook up from Anthropology, honestly, a couple years ago now. Maybe 2023 is what I'm thinking, or maybe even 2022. I absolutely loved this notebook for one main reason. My first name is Imani and it starts with an I. It is so hard to find products, whether it be like cups or pens, stationery, whatever, with the initial I. So as soon as I saw this, I immediately knew that I had to pick this up. And I'm so happy I did because it's just beautiful. So here is the cover. It's definitely like a harder texture, but it's still really flexible. I don't bend it that way though because she stays in the house on the desk. She does not go anywhere. This is definitely something that stays with me. And if I go throughout the day and I realize there's something I want to add to this notebook, I just send a message to myself. I have reminders sent so I know for sure I will get everything into this journal that I want to write down. Here is the back page. It's just a continuation of that beautiful floral pattern. And I love the juxtaposition between the different colors, like that cool blue and sort of like the greens and the whites combined with that really strong, like pinkish oranges color is so cute to me. I absolutely love this so much. So let's get into this journal. This is my commonplace journal. So this is a concept that is new to me. I don't think it's new in general, but I was just scrolling TikTok one day, and of course, TikTok knows that I love stationery. Even my personal TikTok side knows that I love stationery. And I came across a creator who has a commonplace journal, and that creator talked about how she writes just like different things that interest her in her commonplace journal. So I was watching that video and thought, wow, like I want to really get out of like the digital world. Of course, we can't escape it, and this digital world connects me with you all, so I love it, but I still want to disconnect more often, and I do think a commonplace journal is a really good way to do it. If you have a commonplace journal, let me know in the comments below. I would love to look at your journal, talk about what you have in your journal, but here's what I have in mind. First up is this 2025 reading list. I want to read 55 books this year. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it because I'm a little behind due to wedding planning, but I love the books I've read so far. It's definitely a mix of sort of the sci-fi, the magical fiction era mixed with some horror and honestly everything in between. You have a little romantasy in here. So these are the books that I've read so far, and then I did make sure that I just label the next few pages so that I can keep all of that together. So I think I just ended up stopping at 52. So let me grab a pen so I could write the remainder of the numbers there. Okay, perfect. So we have space for the 55 books. So the next section immediately afterwards is something that's so near and dear to my heart. It's my vocabulary section. So this section is something that I'm still working to maintain. Like I told you earlier in the video, I want to make sure that I write down everything that I intend to write down. So if I learn something new that I want to write down in my journal, I'll often text it to myself or like make a reminder. this is one of those sections that relies heavily on those reminders. So anytime I hear a new word, read a new word, or encounter a new word, however I encounter it, I add it in this vocabulary section. So I just write the word, whether it's an adjective, adverb, noun, etc. As you can see, lots of adjectives so far on this page as well, and some nouns too, just as a way to not only learn new things, because I know I'm learning new things, but I don't have a way to show what I'm learning. So it's a really good way to just document what goes on in my brain and put it onto paper. So I'm super excited about this so far. The tough part that I'm realizing is that because I have this type of notebook, which is just a plain, not lined notebook, the paper itself, it's not like the thickest paper. And as you can see, there is some shadowing, but it's not horrible. Like, this is perfectly fine. But because it's not numbered, it's sort of hard for me to pick out, okay, how many pages would I need in this section? And I think I underestimated how much room I would need for new words. I only have 5 so far, but in my sort of digital list of things that I want to put in this section, it's long. And I only put like a few pages here, so I don't know, I might have to do like a vocab section part 2, but I already have another section in this planner. So I'm going to have to like really think about how many pages I want to dedicate to each section and see if I could like estimate how much I would need. To be honest with you, I feel like you can never know, but it is what it is. So as you can see, these next few pages are blank, but let's turn to the next section. This next section is my absolute favorite. I did leave quite a bit for vocabulary, so we'll see. It won't be enough, but we'll see. This next section documents new things that I learned. So here's how it goes. I was watching The Gilded Age. I know I'm super behind, still on season 1, but I've heard everyone talk about it. So I said, let me give it a try. I heard something that I hadn't heard before. And Aunt Agnes, who is the aunt to Marion in that show, referenced someone named King Canute. So I had never heard of King Canute before. Don't judge me. So I said, you know what? Let me look it up. So I looked up King Canute and wrote down where I first heard this word or this noun, whatever it is. So I just noted that I heard it in the show and gave a little bit of context so that I can refer back to it. And then I wrote down some facts that I learned. So like the who he was, what he was, like why he was famous, sort of. And then, I wrote down why he was famous here, which is due to this sort of fable or this story about his life and his alleged humility, whatever. And then I already have another entry. So this is Gulag, and I actually heard it in the context of reading a research paper. So, quick side note, I am writing a research paper for fun, and the topic is Afrofuturism. So I was reading a paper about Afrofuturism and heard the word gulag and didn't know what it was. Again, no judgment. So I looked it up and wrote it down here, but I forgot to highlight the word here. So let me go back to, okay, perfect. So that's green. Just want to make sure I'm being consistent with what I write down. Perfect. So those are the 3 sections of my commonplace journal so far. As you can see, I have a very long way to go. And what I love about this concept is that you really could track whatever you want to track. So for me, this kind of reflects the journey I'm on right now, which is reading and just learning new things. And honestly, like still learning, not just working is a goal of mine. So this is super helpful for me right now. I absolutely love this journal. If you have a commonplace journal, let me know in the comments below. How do you use it? What are some of the things that you track? Let me know because I would love to share ideas. I'm so excited that I finally got to share that journal because it's truly something that's near and dear to my heart. And it's something that I'm really drawn to. Like, it not only scratches the itch of sort of the stationery and planning side of me, but it also helps me to tap into that creativity. And I realized I love to learn. If education was free, I would definitely go back to school. But trust me, with law school, I have enough in student loan, so I won't be going back to school. But I really did enjoy talking about or learning about different things and writing it down in my commonplace journal. So before we plan for the upcoming week, I have one other surprise. One other surprise. So I have been telling you all that I was really interested in trying out the personal size planner. And so many of you have reached out to me to let me know that you have some personal size inserts for me to use. And thank you so much. I do have some more coming in, but I recently got some from Andy. Shout out to Andy. Thank you so much for sending me these inserts because I finally got to play around in them. And I'm very, very curious to see how I like it over the next few days and definitely in the next few weeks because I want to try it out, see how my handwriting looks, etc. And I want to show you a little tidbit of what that looks like right now. So if you're like me and you've never tried the personal size insert, this is what it looks like. Imagine my surprise. I was kind of shocked that it's so narrow. I don't mind the length of it or like the height of it, but the width, it's very, very skinny. I gasped. I said, "Oh, okay, this is small. This is definitely small." But I told myself, let me just try them out, not just judge it based off the size alone, like really test it out and see how I like it. So I took the Kokuyo ME gel pen and just started to write down some things. I was just writing whatever came to mind. I was like, okay, I'm testing, I'm trying new things. And I said, well, you know what? Let me actually use the insert, try it out, see what it looks like. My hand cramped so bad after this, but I decided to write down all 50 states just so I could get a really good look at what my handwriting looks like on the paper, whether it's too sort of bold and bigger, which was my concern. And I don't know, I think this is fine. I think this is really, really fine. So thank you, Andy, so much. I do have some personal size inserts coming from someone else as well. So I will definitely show y'all that next time when I get those inserts in the mail. But that person was also super kind enough to give me personal wide inserts as well. So I'm going to test it out, see what I like better, and just hope for the best. But honestly, this is not bad to me. This is not bad. It was different. It was definitely different, but it wasn't bad. So I don't know. If you use personal size, let me know how it was for you to transition from something so large to something so small. Like, look at the difference between A5 and personal. It would definitely be an adjustment. Definitely an adjustment. But let's get ready to plan for the week. Oh, that's nice. The 21st is World Gratitude Day. I did not know about that. That's one thing I can appreciate about inserts is that it'll give you like a nice way to look at some of the different holidays that are not as well known. So that's super cool. So right now I'm just pulling up my pre-plans on Google Calendar so I can get to planning for this upcoming week. I can't believe we're on the second to last planner spread in the cloth and paper inserts for September. I mean, like it makes sense, but my goodness, my goodness, I can't believe it's like the second to last week. Oh my gosh. So this next week is kind of busier towards the end of the week. Y'all know how it goes for me. I'm definitely always stressed out about something and trying to fit in everything during one week, but we will make it work. We will make it work. So I do have a personal appointment on Wednesday. I have therapy on Thursday, and Saturday is going to be a little bit of a longer one. I have an appointment at the DMV along with a hair appointment, and I'm also visiting a friend. So lots going on, but we will make it work. Okay. I want to start off by getting down the events, meetings, and appointments. So let me pull out some accessories too. Just so many accessories. I really like nude. I feel like nude would match kind of the vibe that I'm in right now, which is more so like early fall. I'm not 100% in the fall mode right now because the weather here in Buffalo keeps going up and down, up and down. Do I want to do nude or saddle? Saddle is a little warmer than nude. I don't know if that's coming up on paper or not, but it's a little lighter. Yeah, I think I want to stick with saddle and nude. Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't realize cortado was different. I mean, obviously it's different, but to be honest, I would never really looked at those differences here. Cortado seems a little cooler than the rest. So cortado's cool. Nude is kind of like pinkish or brownish, and saddle is more warm. Okay. Hmm. I don't know what I want to use right now. Not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. So let me pull out some more accessories and see if something speaks to me. I think this is a good problem to have though, because at least I'm trying something new and forcing myself to look through all the accessories that I have. I feel like that's the way to really get good use out of everything, is to force yourself to use stuff instead of just waiting for the inspiration to arise, because that's not always going to happen. Okay. All right. I don't know. I think we should just jump in and see how it goes. Honestly, truly. Okay. Let's just do it. Let's just jump in. So, okay. Let's get some things down on the inserts. I still have quite a bit to go to just sort of pre-plan and get down the things that are locked in stone I don't need to worry about, but I know I definitely need to accomplish this week. But I'm going with the flow, just picking up different planner accessories, sticky notes, and just kind of planning as things come up and as my brain thinks of things to write down. So a little different than what I typically do. Like as you can see, I started writing down some of the appointments, but just stopped because I wanted to do something different. So a little different than what I typically do, but it's still working out really well. And honestly, I think I'm being a little bit more creative than I typically would. So let me get back to it. I put this sticker down to remind myself about printing the paperwork for that appointment. So let me just get that down. The last step is to fill out this weekly to-do list. I have the prior week, well, the current week's to-do list right here. I'm going to take some time, of course, to think about what I can accomplish over the next couple of hours. And then if not, it's getting moved here. I love this so much. It's definitely leaning into the fall, the browns, the nude vibe, which I love, of course. And it's still pretty open. Like if I want to add a different color, like a green or maybe one of the different nude colors, I definitely can do so. I love this so much. I'm really happy with how this turned out. If you have any questions about the products you've seen in today's video, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Of course, you can also send me an email. I'm happy to chat via email as well. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this little behind the scenes look at some of the plans and journals that I have. I will talk to you next time. Have a great week. Bye.